Hey guys, it is Matt from Cornelius Creations. In this video, I want to share a quick wood carving tip with you guys. I have been carving this Viking axe, and this is some crazy hard hickory. And I want to share something with you that is simple but can be overlooked. So I started carving this Viking axe just a little while ago, and something that stood out to me is how dense this wood is. Now, I have probably carved over 100 hickory handles in my career, if you want to call it that. And each one is different, but they're pretty much all the same, but sometimes you get this hickory that's just extra tough. I don't know why. It's just like it's extra dense. So usually when I would carve, I would start one side, I would do a little bit, and then I would switch to the other to do a little bit to try to keep everything the same, thinking I was doing something smart. But I want to tell you guys, I really advise against that, and this is where this tip comes in. Always finish one design first, if appropriate. And what happens when you are making duplicate carvings is that you will make some sort of mistake. So it is better to start on one side and really learn from it. And I want you guys to catch this. When I am carving, a lot of this happens subconsciously, but I'll look at my mistakes and I will take a note of them mentally. And I should really have a notepad here like, hey, let me brush up on this. A lot of us continue in ignorance when we carve, and we don't try to look for ways to get better. I hope this is clicking with you guys. So anytime I mess up, and I'm seeing some mess ups right here, I know to apply that to the other side. So I am going to complete this one side before I complete the other. That way I will take a whole note of my mess ups. And yes, I have had axes go out before where one side looked way better than the other. While this knowledge may seem simple and common to a lot of you, I heard it put one time that common sense is uncommonly common. So anyway, and I really didn't carry common sense on a lot of the prior wood carving projects that I did. So I encourage you guys to complete one part of your carving before doing the other. Another tip I have for you guys when you are doing these intricate designs, if I can get this focused here, is to use an appropriate rotary tool. I will not use a Dremel on this. Hands down, no way, not gonna do it. I am going to use a 400 XS to do this. This is because you don't have to be an artist to use this. You can just zip along here and it's gonna be fine, and I will demonstrate this in just a second. But you can see on the other side here, I am working on the design here. Now, this is sloppy because I'm not done with it. This is in the middle of it, but with this 400 XS, I can take this and just go right along just like that. You see how easy that was? There's no drag, there's no vibration, and I can just go along here and clean up any areas I need to. This is spinning at 400,000 RPMs, and I can get in there and carve all this intricate stuff. And I am seeing plenty of mistakes that I have to clean up here. There is an old saying, the best tool is the tool you have. And I totally agree with that, but I will tell you, not every tool is made equal. I use this probably 95% of the time when I am carving now, especially for fine details, because man, this just makes quick work. I know it's supposed to start on the side because what I just told you guys, but watch how fast this is. You see it hang up there? That is because I was pressing down too much. Look at how dang fast this is going. Absolutely nuts. And as I mentioned before, guys, I'm not trying to make this a big commercial for SCM Systems with their 400 XS. I know a lot of influencers out there, I hate the term, really promote and prostitute a lot of different tools for sales and stuff. I'm not trying to do that, and I'm not casting any negative shade. It just so happens that I wood carve and I need tools to wood carve with, and this is excellent. Now, I told you guys I use this 95% of the time. I still use my Fordham and the Fordham SR, and obviously this is just a handpiece here, but I use this probably, if I use this 95% of the time, I use this about 2.5 to 3%. And then for the other 2%, I will use a handheld Dremel, but I have just about, if not completely, quit using the Dremel flex shaft. simply because the pull and drag, and I can't get the results with the Dremel that I get with this. With that being said, guys, start with what you have. If all you have is a Dremel, that is okay. I did my first 60 axes with a Dremel, then I switched to the Fordham and made a huge difference. And then I switched to this. So as you are making artwork, and that is what you are as an artist, even if you're in the beginning stages, that's what you are, accept it, you are going to progress with your art. With that being said, as you progress in your artwork, you are going to pick up tools along the way that will help you. So just keep that in mind, and one of my favorite books says, do not despise small beginnings. So there you go. And oh, and here's another reason I like the 400 XS. I don't have to deal with grease with these hand pieces. Not that big of a deal. Guys, I'm getting bougie, I think. I'm getting spoiled to this. So wrapping all this up, and yes, I was all over the place because I didn't have a script. This is just here, just ad-libbing. If you are doing duplicate designs like this, start on one side and make sure that you complete it. Take a note of your mistakes. That way you can correct them when it's on the other side, and it will look so much better. Yes, it's probably going to look different and a little bit nicer on one side, but all in all, your client's not going to nitpick it. They know it's handmade. And if it was just so perfect, it would take away the handmade value. So if you guys are so worried about getting everything perfect, stop. Understand where you are and give yourself grace to make mistakes. So I will keep you guys updated on this axe. I have already started recording a video for this. And if you enjoy this, drop a like below. I know it's been a little bit since I have done a wood carving video. I have been so busy, guys. I work like 4 jobs, so it's crazy. So anyway, I will have everything I mentioned here in the links below. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you soon.